Coco Gauff's epic win. How she conquered Eva Lys to reach the China Open 2025 semifinals. The roar of the Beijing crowd echoed like thunder through the National Tennis Center. The banners waved, the drums pounded, and the chants rose higher with every passing rally. In that electric atmosphere, one name dominated every voice, every heart, and every hope. Coco Gauff. She had come to China not just as a competitor, but as a reigning queen, a symbol of youth, power, and promise. Across the net stood her opponent, Eva Lys, a German rising star with fire in her eyes and hunger in her heart. Many expected a battle, some hoped for an upset, but by the end of the night, there was only one truth. Coco Gauff didn't just win. She conquered. Her straight-set triumph was more than a match. It was a performance, an epic unfolding under the Beijing lights, one that carried her into the China Open 2025 semifinals and reminded the world why she is not just a player, but a force of nature. The stage is set. Beijing awaits greatness. The China Open has always been a magnet for legends. Its courts have witnessed Serena Williams' dominance, Novak Djokovic's mastery, and Rafael Nadal's grit. To win here is to carve your name into the very fabric of tennis history. For Coco Gauff, Beijing has been a special ground. A year earlier, she claimed glory on these courts, becoming one of the youngest to hoist a trophy. In 2025, she returned with mission, not only to defend her title, but to prove she is evolving into a dynasty of her own. Eva Lys, meanwhile, was a disruptor. At 23, she had powered through the draw, toppling higher-ranked players with fearless hitting and remarkable resilience. For her, facing Coco wasn't intimidation, it was opportunity. And so, under the golden glow of Beijing's autumn evening, the clash began. The opening set, Coco Storm. From the very first serve, Coco set the tone. Her racket sang with power. Her feet danced with precision. The first game, a hold to love. The second, a break of Lys's serve with a blistering forehand down the line that seemed to paint the court in fire. The crowd erupted. "Go, Coco!" echoed in English, Mandarin, and every language of tennis love. Eva Lys tried to respond with aggression, launching booming serves and ripping her backhand cross-court. But Gauff's defense was impenetrable. She chased every ball like her life depended on it, turning defense into offense with lightning counters. At 4-1, Gauff produced a shot of the set, a lunging backhand on the stretch that curved past Lys at the net, landing just inside the baseline. The stadium gasped, then roared as if a magician had conjured it. Minutes later, Coco sealed the set 6-2. Her fist pump was firm, her eyes locked. The message was clear. This was her court, her night, her destiny. The heart of a challenger, Lys strikes back. Champions, however, are defined not just by their dominance, but by the resistance they face. And Eva Lys was no pushover. In the second set, she raised her game. She found her rhythm on serve, hitting with more accuracy and depth. She began forcing Gauff into longer rallies, testing her patience. At 2-2, Lys even earned 2 break points, the crowd gasping at the possibility of a shift. But Coco is no longer the wide-eyed teenager who once shocked Venus Williams at Wimbledon. She has grown, matured, learned the brutal lessons of the tour. With nerves of steel, she erased both break points with back-to-back aces, then turned the game with a daring drop shot winner. That hold wasn't just survival, it was declaration. And with it, the tide turned back in Coco's favor. The second set, closing the door. With momentum reclaimed, Gauff elevated her play to a level Lys couldn't match. Every rally became a showcase of athletic artistry. Coco sliding into forehands, spinning backhands cross-court, and finishing points at the net with sharp volleys. At 4-2, she broke Lys again, this time with a backhand return winner that zipped past before her opponent could react. The crowd leapt to its feet, sensing the inevitable. Serving for match at 5-2, Coco was all focus. First point, ace. Second point, Lys netted a return. Third point, a blistering forehand winner. Match point came quickly, and with it, the exclamation mark, a backhand laser down the line. Game, set, match. 6-2, 6-2. She lifted her arms to the sky, soaking in the adoration. The crowd, thunder and approval. The champion was marching on. Beyond the score, the story behind the win. What made this victory epic wasn't just the scoreline. It was a story it told. Coco Gauff has always been about more than tennis. Her rise from a teenager with big dreams to a global icon has been a journey of resilience. She has faced critics who doubted her serve, who questioned her consistency, who wondered if she could handle the pressure of fame. Each time, she has answered not with words, but with performances. Her win against Lys was another answer, a reminder that she isn't just surviving under the spotlight. She is thriving in it. Her physicality, her mental toughness, her charisma, they all converged in Beijing that night. She wasn't just a player winning a match. She was a star performing on her grand stage. Eva Lys, the brave challenger. Though she lost, Eva Lys deserves her share of the spotlight. To reach the quarterfinals and face Coco with such courage is an achievement in itself. She displayed flashes of brilliance, her down-the-line backhand, her fearless net charges. Against anyone else, she might have had a real chance. Against Coco in this form, the mountain was too steep. But Lys's journey doesn't end here. Matches like this, though painful, forge stronger players. In the years to come, she may well return to Beijing with her own dreams of lifting the trophy. The semifinal waits, a bigger test. With her victory over Lys, Coco punched her ticket to the semifinals. But the path only grows tougher. The remaining field is stacked with champions, each hungry, each eyeing the same prize. For Coco, the semifinal is both a test and an opportunity. A test of her ability to sustain brilliance across consecutive matches. An opportunity to etch herself deeper into Beijing's history. Her team, her family, her fans, they all believe. The question is, can she believe enough to carry it through? The legacy in the making. Coco Gauff's story is not just about titles. It's about impact. At 21, she is already a Grand Slam champion, a top-ranked player, and a role model. Her words carry weight beyond the court on issues of quality, justice, and mental strength. Young athletes see in her not just a player, but a blueprint for balancing excellence with authenticity. Her victory over Lys is another brick in the empire she is building. Each win adds to her legacy. Each performance inspires the next generation. Beijing loves her. The world loves her. And tennis as a sport is richer for her presence. When the scoreboard read 6-2, it wasn't just the end of a quarterfinal. It was the beginning of something greater. Coco Gauff's epic win over Eva Lys will be remembered not for its numbers, but for its narrative. A young champion defended her throne with poise, power, and passion. Now, as she heads into the semifinal, the question lingers in every heart, every headline, every whisper in Beijing. Can Coco Gauff go all the way again? If her performance against Lys was any indication, the answer may not just be yes. It may be inevitable. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.